Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you a brief overview and review of Meeple Land. So this is a carnival game. I'm sure you've noticed we've been covering quite a bit of carnival games lately. This is similar to the others we played, but it has a few differences. So basically you are trying to earn the most points by attracting the most visitors and building the most attractions. You will be keeping a scorecard. This is how you tally your points. You get a certain amount of points for the number of attractions, different attractions that you build. So you'll be marking those off as you build them. The most points you can get is 25 if you're able to build 12 or more. You get 0 if you build 7 or less, and you only get 2 points if you build 7. We both built 7.
Yeah.
So we only got 2 points. Then you get, for each different colored meeple, there's a certain amount of points. The blue and green are worth 1 point each at the end of the game if you have them on an attraction. And the yellow and pink are worth 2 points each if you have them on an attraction. However, if you have any stuck here at your entrance, which you most likely will at the end of the game, you'll have a few, because you're getting busloads of meeples at the end of each round. You get -1 for the blue and green and -2 for each yellow and pink. Then you have to subtract another 2 points for each pathway that's blocked. And what that means is it doesn't matter if it's an open path, not going to anything, or if it's a path that's kind of going off the board. It's if it's adjacent to another tile. And I don't know if you can see that, but this one has a path, this one does not. So that's a blocked path. So for each of those, you get -2. And that's basically what lost me the game, was that all the paths I had that were blocked. So you start out with a plot board for each player and an entrance, which consists of these 2 little stands and the little cardboards. You make your, oh, I dropped that. You make your little entrance. You put that at the, there's a dirt path. I'll have to find that in a minute. There's a dirt path on the end of your plot. That's where you put it. You determine who the first player is, give them the first player token. And then each player starts with $15, which is determined at the beginning of each round. That shows how much you collect. You get $15 to start with. First player gets $0. Second player gets $1, and so forth. Yeah, these remind me of little chess pieces, but you can see you put them together and that's your entrance to your park. And that's important because that's where your meeples have to enter. And all of your attractions, you see they have all these paths on them. The only way that the meeples can go to another attraction if there's an open path that's going to it. So you want to make sure to connect. Make sure they all connect in some way via a path, so when you place your meeples, there's no issues with placing a meeple there. You can purchase another entrance, one each player, to put in another location on your plot board. That just gives you another place that meeples can enter and another place to place that you could start a tile, because each tile has to connect to a path. So your first tile is going to go here at your entrance, obviously, and then you're going to build off of that one. Then, so basically a round consists of this. There's 4 rounds. You can buy a tile, advertise, or pass. To buy a tile, you can either buy a plot extension for $9, another entrance for $3. You can choose any one of these face-up tiles. The large attractions are $6. The medium attractions are anywhere from $2 to $4. And the small attractions are anywhere from $2 to $4. You can also purchase, it's called advertising, which you pay the amount on the back of this tile, the small tile, and you get those meeples that are pictured, and you can if you want, you can immediately place them on a valid location in your park, or put them here at your entrance to place once you have somewhere to put them. There are many places that don't require any additional thing. It just has to have that meeple color. But if you have see that one has a burger. That means you have to purchase one of these small tiles that has a burger adjacent to that attraction via the path before you can place that pink meeple. So there are certain requirements on some of them. Some of them want restrooms. There's another one, a gift station. So you got to make sure that it has the requirements before you place that meeple there. However, if they're just a meeple and no other requirement, you're good. If they have a $sign beside it, you get extra income at the end of the round for a meeple that's placed there. You will be earning income based on the round tracker for the first 3 rounds, but your majority of your income is going to come from the amount of meeples that you have on your board and the amount of $signs. So you get 1 per meeple on your attractions, plus you get $1 for each $sign on your attractions that has a meeple in that location. So you're just gonna be placing these. They have to be, like I said, the paths have to meet up, at least one path to another path, and they cannot overhang off your board. They have to be on your board completely, and that's really the only placement rules. And then at the end of the round, once you pass, say you run out of money, then you pick, there'll be buses here. In a 2-player game, there would be 3 buses. It's the number of players plus 1, and you could see there's pictures of meeples on it. You put that many meeples on the bus. That's basically representing a busload of meeples or visitors coming to your park. Once you pass, you get to choose any one of those buses. So you're going to look at your park and see what color meeples you need or may need based on what you might be purchasing next round. And you can either place them right away if there's anything available, or you just put them here at your park entrance to place as you can. You can place meeples anytime. You don't have to wait till this part of the game. So as soon as you buy an attraction, you can place the meeples on it if you're eligible to do that. So the whole game, like I said, you're going to be checking off the different types of attractions. At the end of round 4, you're going to collect your last bit of income for your meeples. Actually, no, you don't collect the meeples. There's no reason for the income. Never mind. Take that back. You do not, at the end of the 4th round, you do not collect. There's no need to collect the income because there's no points for that. You then just tally up your attractions based on the number that you got. Put that number there. Then you're going to tally up your meeples. You get the certain points for each color. Meeples that weren't placed that are still at your entrance. And then the blocked paths. And then you put your total there, and whoever has the highest total wins. It's a very easy game. Very easy to learn. Low amount of setup. So what did you think about it?
I think that I like the theme. We love the park themes. And I think it's pretty cool. Some of the mechanics. I really like the placing the meeple for each different parks. And then some of them that you have to have like concessions and stuff next to them. So the replayability, high replayability because of the tiles and everything. Some of the things that I wish I had more strategic elements to it. But overall, I give this like a 7. I think this is a good game. I think in comparison to a lot of the other ones we played, we kind of favor some of them better than this one because it did have more strategic elements to it. But I do think if maybe this came out with more expansions that kind of made more meatier, it would be really good and compete with other ones. But for now, it's a little simplistic. I just wish that there was more to it. And so, what did you think?
I agree. This would be a good carnival game for people that are kind of newer to gaming, don't like all the complexity that we like in our games. And not that I like really complex games. I just like a little bit more. And we have, if you've watched some of our videos in the past, we've played quite a few carnival games. So we have our strong favorites. this is not one of our favorites, but it is a good game. I would give this a 7. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you want more simplicity, and you're looking to get a carnival game, this would be a good choice for that. If you're wanting one that's a little bit more complex, I mean, I'm not saying hard. When I say complex, I don't mean hard. I mean just has a little bit more different mechanics to it, more ways to get points, and than just the simple buying a tile or placing meeples. So it just depends on what you're looking for. This is a great, simple carnival game. So for us, it's not one of our favorites, but definitely it's a solid board game. There's nothing wrong with it. So I did enjoy the part where you have to be very strategic in how you place your tiles with certain color meeples and try to get the concessions. We were purchasing the concession the other person needed quite a bit because it seemed like the burgers, which is the food stand, that one didn't come up very much, and we were both looking for that one. So that one was a tough one to get. But I didn't really have any issue placing amusements. It was pretty simple. I didn't have to purchase the extension because it's only 4 rounds. So if you place them pretty strategically, you're not going to really need that extension plot because you don't get a ton of money in this game. The most money I had was in the 3rd round or 4th round. It was like $26. It's not a high money game, so you're not going to be able to buy that many attractions, but you get to keep going, taking turns until you pass, which only reason you would pass is when you run out of money. You're not going to save money from round to round. There's no reason to do that. If you can buy something, you need to buy it then because you only have 4 rounds. So solid game. So we will put a link in the description if you want to check this one out for yourself. Hopefully this helped you to decide whether this is a carnival game you would like to add to your collection. Feel free to leave us a comment. Please like this video, share it with your friends. If you're not already, we hope you subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.